What's up, YouTube people?
What's up?
What's up?
Welcome back to our channel, the John and Allie channel.
Why is there
This
no
is really
red light?
cool.
There's no red light on the camera. Maybe there's supposed to be.
Did it not start?
2 hours later.
No, it's recording.
It's recording, we're fine. He drove 12 hours to see little old me, so appreciate that. But today we are doing our first Chick-fil-A mukbang.
What is a mukbang even?
I really
sure
don't
that's
even
how
know
you say
how
it?
to pronounce it. There's different ways. Mukbang, mukbang, mukbang. I really don't know
What is
the
a mukbang?
correct pronunciation.
Oh.
Tell the people
Okay.
what a mukbang is. It's his first time.
It says
He's a rookie.
mukbang or mukbang, okay, is a live online audiovisual broadcast in which a host eats large amounts of food while interacting with their audience, usually done through an internet webcast. Mukbang became popular in South Korea in 2010, along with the, what's that? Gangnam Style. Yeah. Foods ranging from pizza to noodles are consumed in front of a camera for an internet audience. Welcome to
So
this.
that's what we're gonna do.
mukbang.
I've done a few mukbangs on my channel.
Yeah.
I've done like a Whataburger one, and a McDonald's one. Stop! I saw you through my favorite feel. But yeah, since we're both obsessed with Chick-fil-A, we thought, why not do a Chick-fil-A
I could eat there
mukbang?
7 times a day.
So let's tell the people what we ordered.
What's my snack?
Well, we got chicken nuggets and waffle fries.
Yeah.
You got the 8 count, I got the 12 count, and then this liquid gold, what is Chick-fil-A lemonade.
And I got some sweet tea. John showed me last time he was here this really cool trick
It's
he
a
does.
certain way to eat the Chick-fil-A chicken
You
nuggets.
tell them, this is your creation.
Here's the thing, I invented the
I always count my
Chick-fil-A
nuggets to make
chicken
it easy.
mini. Listen, Chick-fil-A always gives enough.
Oh yeah, they do. I just
Yeah,
try to
they
make sure
are.
that they do.
It's just like the Lord. They always give just exactly what you need,
Heck
and sometimes
yes.
more. But I invented the Chick-fil-A chicken mini.
You did.
Because ever since I was a little kid, I would wrap the chicken nugget in a waffle fry and dip it down in the honey. Chick-fil-A, if you're watching this, everybody else does like a pretzel bun. I would really like to have a waffle fry bun for a chicken sandwich. And I think if anybody could do it, y'all could. If the viewers could just tweet Chick-fil-A and say, we want
Yeah.
a waffle fry bun. Yeah.
He's a visionary.
Come on. You just kind of
make it happen.
wrap it up like this and just kind of dip it down in there.
It's
And-
so good. I've never
Yeah.
had it before.
So good and tasty.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Oh, shoot.
Oh no. My straw has a hole in it somewhere. It won't. Nothing will come through the straw. Let me try this.
Upside down. Well, today, we're going to tell you guys about how we first met.
How we met. It was a good time.
I've been getting a lot of questions about this, so I'm just going to explain to the viewers how it
People
all
are
went
asking.
down.
You want to tell it?
We can both tell it.
Okay, you start.
All right. So it was last year. We are part of an agency called the MI Agency. Shout out to the MI. He got invited to be on the speaker side. I'm on the artist side because I do like worship leading and stuff. He joined the MI, and I had saw like on the website that he was one of the like the new guys or whatever. And he started following everyone from the MI, including me. And so when I saw that he had followed me, I went on his profile and I was like, oh, he's really cute. And I saw that he was part of the MI now, so I was like, okay, cool, I'll follow him back. Didn't think much of it. So a few months go by, and I started noticing that he started liking a lot of my stuff.
I liked all of her stuff.
He followed me on Twitter. About a few weeks later, he followed me or asked me to be his friend on Facebook.
Did I ask you or did you ask me?
No, you asked me.
Okay.
His very first, like, trying to like interact with me was via Snapchat. No, not Snapchat. Instagram story.
Yeah.
He like responded to one of my Instagram stories, and it was on some tea. It was like a
Spill the tea.
a Christmas tea that I had bought or whatever. Took a picture of it because I really liked it.
Yeah.
And he responded to it, and he was, what did you
I was
say?
like, how is that tea? Because no joke, I was getting ready to buy that exact flavor.
And in my head, I was like, okay. But yeah, I replied back.
Actually wasn't,
And-
but
Of course he wasn't.
yeah.
But that was his first time ever like trying to start up a conversation with me. And then from there, he would just kind of randomly like reply to my stories. I just like wasn't interested at first.
No, you made that
Like-
very clear.
Like I said, I thought he was really cute, but I was just like, he's from Nashville, like nothing would ever happen.
The backside of the story was that her pictures kept popping up in my newsfeed, and I was like, I'm gonna have to unfollow this girl because I don't know who she is, and she's gonna be a stumbling block. And then I figured out that you were part of the MI, and I had just followed all the MI agency people. I don't know why, I'd been friends with your dad for months, and he never brought up that he had a daughter. You don't want to know.
You don't want to hear him.
So anyway, I was like, well, how do I reach out to this girl that I've actually never met in person? Because she's gonna think I'm a creeper. And she kind of did for a minute, but
A little bit.
guys, if you're interested in someone that you've met through social media because you're a millennial or a Gen Zer, it happens. Wait for them to post something on their story, because that's basically like starting a conversation. It's like,
Yeah.
here's something I'm interested in. If you want to reply to this, you can. And so I just started responding to as many stories as possible.
Yeah, you did.
Just trying
It was
to
amazing.
start the conversation. It was kind of like one of those cartoons where the wheels are spinning but the car's not going anywhere. It was like that for weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was funny because like I would log onto my Instagram, and after I'd like posted a story, and I would always see like the little red
Yep.
message box, and I was always like one unread, and I was like, I bet you anything it's that guy John. And I'd swipe, and it was John.
Every time.
So
Consistent.
funny. It was great.
And then
I just started having conversations here and there, and then back in February
Valentine's
of this
Day.
year, Valentine's Day. It was sucky day. I hated Valentine's Day this
Yeah.
year, just for multiple reasons. I had posted something, just kind of sharing how like today really sucked, and
Yep.
just being transparent. And he he very sweetly decided to send me a pepperoni pizza with a side of cinnamon twist from Domino's.
Let's go.
I was not expecting it at all. It was actually like around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Me and my parents were just watching TV in the living room, and we get a knock on the door, and they said it was a delivery for Olivia. So didn't know who it was. Like, yeah, had no
But I
clue.
paid them extra to write her a note in the lid of the box.
Yeah, and it said, "To Allie, love John," with like a heart.
They put love in there?
What was
I
it?
didn't ask for that
To Allie. It was either love John or from John,
from John.
but definitely had the heart. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so of course, like that was like the sweetest thing ever, and it brightened my day. And then I thanked you.
Yeah. And it was
I thanked him through Instagram message because we had not like given each other like our numbers or anything like
Right.
that. So it was just all just Instagram message. And the day after is whenever he
finally asked for your
me
number.
for my number, and I gave it to him.
So listen, I was wondering, can I have your number?
I would have asked sooner, because we've been talking for months, but you had posted something on your story about how weird and ridiculous and stupid it was for guys to ask for girls' numbers that they'd never met over social media. And so I actually responded to that story, and I was like, so what I hear you saying is Instagram's not a good place to ask a girl for your number, kind of like
Yeah.
asking for a friend. And you're like, no, it's better to meet them in person,
No, I don't give out my number.
whatever. And so I was like, okay,
Very
well, that's out.
old-fashioned.
Okay, that's cool.
So I immediately began planning for when am I going to meet this girl in person.
Oh, so Passion came around.
Yeah.
Back in January. Rewind. Back in January. And I had posted that I was going to be going. Ouch. And I went with a few of my friends from Houston, and we all went out to Dallas. And there was like 3 locations: Dallas, Washington, Georgia.
Yep.
And so I said that I was going to be going via Instagram
I was so
story.
excited.
And he responded, and he was like, would you ask me what location?
Which location? Because there's like 3 in the greater Atlanta area.
And he was like, if you're going to the one in Georgia, like we should totally grab coffee. And I had to like break the news that no, I was going to the one in Dallas. And you're like, well, that's not close to Georgia.
No.
And then that was in the conversation.
Yeah.
I was like, I think he's sad.
I was so sad. I actually didn't end up going to Passion at all.
I know.
I was gonna buy a ticket just to come see you, to have an excuse to come meet you. She gives me her number, and so we start texting, and I was like, it might be nice to do a FaceTime call sometime. And
But hold on, while we were texting, I made it like absolutely clear that we were just friends.
she sent
So
me
lots of bros, lots of dudes, lots of, hey man, how's it going?
Yeah, I
like,
was developing a complex. I was like, she's already this is worse than friend zone. I've just been bro zoned.
I know.
She's like, hey bro, and I'm like, do not call me. This is not West Virginia. No.
Yeah, tell them about the whole FaceTime situation that you wanted to attempt the very first time.
Yeah. So I was like, it'd be nice to FaceTime sometime. And she didn't straight up turn me down.
No.
She gave me this little glimmer of hope that that was actually a potential thing that could happen. So
There's possibility.
I kept like dropping little hints at different times, you know, hey, tonight would be a really cool night to FaceTime, you know, or whatever. And so she'd be like, yeah, maybe, whatever. And so finally, I just tried to FaceTime her. I just tried to call her. And she rejected my call. And she sends me a text message
Well,
and
that's
she's
in my
like,
face. I
you
missed the call."
will not FaceTime me without like basically asking my permission. And then she followed this message up with, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
So
It was my way of taking control of the situation, and I just...
as soon as she
I
said
was
that,
trying to be funny, but...
I was convinced this is the one for me. And everybody's like, that she was not sending you good vibes, but I just knew. So as soon as she had rejected my call and gone to bed and told me she was the boss, I got online and ordered her a hat that I had custom embroidered in pink letters, because that's her favorite color, with the word boss, and saved it for like months until I finally sent it to you.
Yes, I loved it. I still have it.
Yeah.
Haven't thrown it away.
So she starts to really, she starts to kind of like me. And so she's
feeling
talking to me
him.
more often,
Uh-huh.
and still won't FaceTime me, but she's texting me all the time. And then one day,
You're texting me all the time.
Well-
I'm just responding.
okay, whatever. That's true. She never initiated a conversation, but she would carry the conversations on longer.
Yeah. No, I
You
didn't.
never initiated a conversation. One day, just out of the blue, I mean, things are going so well, and I'm like, this is so great.
Oh my god.
She sends me this book, like this
Novel.
super long, basically a preliminary breakup text. It was like, I know we're not dating and that we've never met, and so we're not official in any way, but just in case you had any sort of feelings for me, I want you to know this is never going to happen. The end. Drops mic, walks
It
away.
wasn't like that. It wasn't that harsh.
I cried.
I know you did. I'm so sorry.
I was so sad.
So basically, I noticed how he was very flirtatious and not over the top though. Like he was very respectful, total gentleman. But in my head, I was like, oh no, like this can't happen. Like he can't be flirting with me because I don't want to flirt back, and I'm just not interested. I enjoy conversation. He's a great friend, but I'm just like not about it. So that's why I sent the novel to you. I mean, you took it okay.
Yeah,
But-
as far as you knew.
His response was really funny because he made it sound like I act this way towards all my friends, or I'm like this with all my friends. Like I'm very sarcastic and I love and being encouraging and stuff. And so in my head, I was like, so you flirt with everyone?
I was like, you said you needed a friend, and here I'm trying to be your friend, and now you're trying to cut me out. So I related to her on a few different levels because I grew up a preacher's kid as well, a PK.
Right.
And so I knew that there was
We
a
know
little
the
bit
life.
of like insecurity there and trying to figure out like, what does this dude want? Does he want to be friends with my dad because of me, you know, be friends with me because of my dad or whatever?
Right.
And so I kind of got the feeling that was part of it. So I wrote a book to respond back to her, and I basically was just like, I don't need you for that, and I'm just trying to be your friend, and you need to stop freaking out. And basically just told her like it was. Like it wasn't harsh, but it wasn't flirty or sweet either. It was just like boom,
he sent
boom,
that to
boom.
me the day after because I sent the text.
Yeah.
And he responded, and it was kind of a weird little conversation there that night. So the next day,
Understatement.
we go to me, my cousin Tana, and my grandma. We take a little road trip to Houston because we went to the Houston Rodeo to see Tim McGraw. So just a girls thing, lots of fun, really excited. But literally, it was so crazy that whole day, my stomach was hurting. Like it was just in knots. Not because of something I ate. I wasn't necessarily feeling nervous, but it was just hurting. Like I was eating fine, and I kept like replaying the text message that I had sent, or not replaying, but like rereading it. And I was like, okay, I'm not.
Sure, that
I
took
wasn't
hours.
being rude. I wasn't being harsh. I was, being respectful about it. I didn't go about it the wrong way, I don't think. What?
Nothing.
It just wasn't a good day. Like, the rodeo was fun, Tim McGraw was awesome, but we go back to the hotel, and my grandma and my cousin, they went to Walmart, and so I just got in the shower, and I was just kind of praying about, like, just, do I text him, do I say something, like, I feel really bad, and I shouldn't feel bad, but, like, what if there is something there? And so that evening, like around midnight, I wrote out this long novel that I sent you on my notes section in my phone, and I sent it to him the next day. And it was crazy because once I sent it to him, and once he responded back, like, I was good. Like, no joke, I'm not just saying this, like, my stomach stopped hurting, like, I felt at peace, everything was fine. And I think I just needed to do that, and I needed to send you, you know, give him my side of the story. And then from there, just started texting more every day. Finally had our FaceTime call.
Yeah, we did. The first time FaceTiming was...
In my head, we were still just friends.
Right. But in my head, this was the first step of bigger things to come.
Right.
Hold on 1 second. Our first FaceTime call was...
He has countdowns on his phone.
Yeah, 182 days.
In my head, I was like, all right, I'll just talk to him for like 25, 30 minutes, no big deal. We talked for like 2 hours, I think, the first night.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
A little over 2 hours. It was fantastic.
It was great. He was nervous as crap.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I was a little nervous too. I didn't really know how to like start off the conversation because you just kind of like stood there and just looked at me, or like sat there and looked at me. And so I think I asked you like 3 times, how's your week going?
How's your week been? And I told her about my week, and she's like, that's nice. How's your week been?
It really
She makes it out like I was the nervous one. She was the one that kept circling back around.
I know, because you just threw me off.
Yeah, so it was great. And then it was all, you know, downhill from there.
Uphill.
Uphill. It was uphill.
Yeah.
Whatever. However the phrase goes.
I've heard it both ways.
It was all great from there.
Yeah.
It really was the first step
It
toward
was wonderful.
better things. And it's been great ever since. She was supposed to come with me to one of my best friend's wedding. I had asked her out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how it all kind of.
Yeah. So shout out to Nick and Chelsea for really being the bridge
Hearsts.
builder.
This is Chels, and I'm back here with Nick.
What's up? Hearsts are amazing.
Love you guys.
And they were kind of the bridge builders here. And like Nick has been with me through this whole process, giving me lots of tips on how to meet someone and date someone that you met through social media. So you were supposed to come with me to their wedding, and then you bailed on me last minute.
I didn't bail. You know the story. There's a whole other reason. So he bought a plane ticket to San Antonio.
It worked out. Instead of spending one day with you, I came and spent a week.
A week, yeah. It was the greatest of all time.
It was so much fun. Loved it.
So yeah, he came down to San Antonio and spent the week with us, and we got to really spend some good quality time together, and it was amazing.
It was great.
And now I get to go to Nashville soon to go hang out with him and his friends and go explore Nashville because I've never been before. Really looking forward to that. That's the John and Allie story. It's actually legendary. So you finished?
I've still got a few fries left. I mean,
I have 3 more nuggets
little
left.
tiny fry pieces. That's what the Chick-fil-A sauce is really for.
It's so hard for me to talk and eat at the same time. I'm just super slow about it.
It's kind of rude to do that anyway. Everybody's mom on it. Don't talk with your mouth full.
I know.
Chick-fil-A is one of my love languages, though. I think it is probably my favorite restaurant. I'm just a few points away from red status.
What does that mean?
Okay, so on the app, you can build up points every time you make a purchase. And after so many thousand points, you know, you get like more rewards and free stuff and whatever. And so it's like bronze, silver, gold, and red, I think is how it works. Anyway, I'm not too far away from the highest one, the red rung.
Wow. Doing big things.
Yeah. Once I make it there, I don't even know what's left to do in life. That's like...
You've accomplished everything.
Yeah, it's probably going to be one of my single greatest accomplishments of all time. I tried Chick-fil-A mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
How was that?
You know what? As far as a restaurant is concerned, I think they do it best. It was even better than Cracker Barrel's mac and cheese.
See, that's like saying something because
That's
I
like
love
high
Cracker Barrel
praise.
mac and cheese.
And nobody does lemonade like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
They do the best lemonade for sure.
You know what's fun? is to mess with the people behind the counter, and they have to say my pleasure. So like if you order something and they hand it to you, say my pleasure, and they'll go.
Throw them off.
They have no idea what to say at that point, and it's just great. What else do we want to talk about?
All right. So anyways, that is the story of how we started first talking and then dating.
Once upon a
First
time.
met. It was amazing. So, and the food was amazing too.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I give it 5 stars.
Thank you, Chick-fil-A.
Love you guys. You should sponsor us.
Absolutely.
But we will cut it off right here. So thank you guys so much for watching.
You're amazing.
And we will be uploading some more videos soon and
Next
more
week.
content.
We'll see you next week.
Yes, next week. A video a week.
A video a week.
Come on.